I guess I'm running out of space, but I'm trying to read this one. Look, I'm trying to read that. Fyodor Lukyanov. Here's what Russians think of Joe Biden. This news is from July 24. The US president's travails speak volumes for how the Washington swamp operates. Travails, I guess it's works, isn't it? Travails, look. What's that? I guess it works, like the US president's performance, I guess. Well, by Fyodor Lukyanov, the editor-in-chief of Russia in Global Affairs, chairman of the Presidium of the Council of Foreign and Defense Policy, and research director of the Valda International Discussion Club. This news is from July 24. And there he goes. The photograph says President Joe Biden speaks to supporters of the campaign event at Renaissance High School on July 12, 2024 in Detroit, Michigan. Donald Trump has, well, I have a friend on social media, she's from Michigan. She's kind of junky and she's against Trump. Yeah, so I don't know what to say. So sad. Donald Trump has predicted that Joe Biden will be remembered as the worst US president ever. History will decide on that, but most likely he's a contender for the top spot in one category as the most tragic figure to lead the United States, up there alongside those who have been killed in office. Who is that? Alongside those who have been killed in office, I guess that is Kennedy, isn't it? Is this Kennedy? Even leaving aside the personal traumas, Biden has endured the death of his first wife and his daughter, the death of his favorite son, and the disgrace of another. His political biography is all about an ongoing quest for the highest position, in which he often seemed to find himself in the wrong place at the wrong moment and the wrong time. Of course, he cannot be called a failure, but the end of his career is so depressing that one wonders whether it would have been better if he had never reached the summit in the first place. You know, I was watching a video of Biden every year since the 80s something, and he was just a serious guy. That's it, nothing special about him. If Biden had been able to challenge Trump in 2016, when he was still quite alert and energetic, a lot of things might have turned out differently. From him, at least. The established narrative is that he withdrew from the race because of the death of his eldest son, Beau. The unofficial feeling is that he lost out to an internal lobby promoting Hillary Clinton. Whatever the case, he missed his chance for an active presidency. 4 years later, all impartial observers, and they were few and far between, it must be said, realized that Biden's age and conditions had rendered him far from fully fit. However, COVID came to their rescue, derailing Trump's already roller coaster presidency. By 2020, Biden was adamant that he will serve a single term. By 2024, He had managed to change his mind, but age had taken its toll. Responsibly for Biden's misadventures cannot be solely laid at his own door. Instead, the blame lies with the very community that Trump calls the Washington swamp. Until 2 weeks ago, before the disastrous candidates debate, the establishment was careful to pretend it hadn't noticed how quickly the occupant of the White House was going downhill after the horror show on live TV. Everyone had an epiphany, and the hunt for Biden began with behind the scenes squabbling between different influence groups and the engagement of family interests. And not just Biden's own family, by the way, but apparently Obama's as well, and even Clinton's. And it doesn't look like it's going to end now, just because the president and his entourage have capitulated. Vice President Kamala Harris is the most obvious and logical solution to fill the gap, although until recently nobody saw her as presidential material. While there are doubts about her ability, the main thing now is the need to present something completely new to the voters. The Democrats are in a difficult position. They have to take on Trump and his new running mate, J.D. Vance, but they can't seem to agree on the best strategy. The whole Biden saga of the past 6 months is instructive in that regard. It's too early for Trump, who almost everyone thought was a certainty to win after the assassination attempt and subsequent Republican convention, to relax. His campaign will have to be rebooted and run at full throttle for a Paralympic style duel between two candidates with a disability, as it looked a few months ago. The contest is back in play.